Welcome back everybody to another Epcot Festival and the first of 2024, the Festival of the Arts. This is my personal favorite of all the festivals with brand new foods, an emphasis on the arts, and best of all, Figment. Why don't you guys come along? Let's go make some memories together. As with every festival, we have picked up our passport, which will let us know all the things around the park, including food booths, merchandise, additional activities, and the wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine. This is a collectathon of sorts where you make your way around Epcot, find 5 different colorful food items, and at the end of it, you redeem it for a collector's prize. Now, we've done this one before, so unfortunately, we won't be aiming to do it today. A couple of the snacks we will be getting are going to be part of it, but we won't be doing it to the full end. So because today is all about Figment, I feel just a little bit incomplete. 1 second. What are you waiting for? Let's go. So I think part of the reason why Festival of the Arts is my favorite festival is because it's a much more chill experience. Yeah. We're right after the holiday season. Everyone's got their vacation out of the way. The weather is perfect out.
I know, it's amazing today.
It's amazing today. And I really love just the sense of community and artwork and how delicious and cute everything looks. This is easily just my favorite festival.
Yeah.
One of the most unique things about Festival of the Arts is that you can actually purchase artwork from Disney artists. There are booths scattered around World Showcase that are filled full of gorgeous Disney-based artwork, and you can even meet some of those artists. Of course, being a brand new festival, there is no shortage of brand new Figment merchandise. I definitely think one of my favorite things is the brand new Spirit jersey. I normally don't care for the festival Spirit jerseys, but this one is just so cute. Make every day a work of art. And I love how like black and white it is compared to how bright Figment and the rest of the colors are. You've got a bunch of iconography in the background, like all the different World Showcase pavilions. But my favorite thing is the brand new Munchlings. This time around, looks like he is a Claire, a Fig Claire? Fig Claire. And you guys, he smells. They actually put the scent back in Munchlings. All is right in the world again. 2024 is our year. I don't know if the rest of them are ever gonna be scented again, but he's at least scented. There's obviously way more merchandise than what I just showed to you guys. So when you guys come inside Creations, make sure you guys check out everything they have to offer. Our first booth of the day is gonna be here at Deconstructed Dish, where we're gonna be getting the Deconstructed Strawberry Mint Julep. Wait a minute. How do you deconstruct a drink? This is definitely not what I thought I was gonna be getting, but I'm not mad at it, because it's very cute. First of all, did not expect the collector's cup. We've gotten this cup before from a previous drink in last year's. If you look here, we've got like the sprig of what I can only assume is mint, and then you've got the probably lime, and then the strawberry little pipette here. Go ahead and squeeze this out. One thing that's really fun about Festival of the Arts is the interactivity with some of the drinks. Like this is just fun just to do, it's satisfying. Give it a tiny bit of a stir. I guess this works as a deconstructed dish, just not what I thought it was gonna be. All right, it didn't mix very well. We're gonna take a drink. It's very strawberry forward, but I also just drank nothing but strawberry straight off the top of it. It's a good strawberry though. I actually really like that. It's very syrupy since the lime part is frozen. And that strawberry itself, it comes through very, very strong, but overall, this is a very delicious drink. Overall, this is a really good drink. I do think it is a tad too syrupy, which kind of detracts maybe a couple points from it, but it's fun, it's interactive, it tastes good, and if it was really hot out, I think this would be really good to like cool you down, because I like instantly got a brain freeze as soon as my lips touched that frozen lime. I think I'm gonna give this a 4.5 Figments, because it's not quite perfect. The syrupiness kind of like detracts me a little bit, but other than that, I think it's fantastic, and you get a free keepsake with it. Up next is Figment's Inspiration Station inside the Odyssey Pavilion. Now this is home to all things Figment for the festival, including the iconic new popcorn bucket of the Imagination Pavilion, and one of the snacks we're getting, which is the rainbow cake with the freeze-dried Skittles. Now this is not a new item this year. This is an item they had previous years, but we did not end up trying it. So of all the snacks that were featured there today that are all Figment related, this is the one that I wanted to get the most. Now I've heard wonderful things about this cake, and it does have the freeze-dried Skittles on top that are featured in the little smoothie they have here. And I remember loving the freeze-dried Skittles and wish that they had those in like grocery stores. That is so moist. Oh my goodness. The Skittle I had was lime flavored. That little lime burst in my mouth. Oh my Lord. This is delicious.
Kind of afraid to take a bite because I know when you sliced it, like fell forward like that.
Ooh, don't drop that cake now.
No, and I'm like dropping on me.
Oh no. Crisis somewhat averted.
Yeah. That's really good.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a Skittle in that bite?
I did.
What flavor was it?
I don't know.
Delicious.
It was really good. I don't know if it was like a lemon or an orange one. That's so good. It's probably one of the best cakes I've had at Disney.
I'm kind of mad that we slept on this cake last year, because last year we had the shake and the Pop-Tart. Those both came back, but this is so good.
It is.
I do wish it had more of those freeze-dried Skittles. I think that is a wonderful touch to it. But honestly, I'm gonna give this a 5.
Yeah.
5 Figments.
Easily a 5.
This is so ridiculously good. The cake itself doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's just a nice vanilla cake, but it's so moist, it's so soft, it's beautiful to look at. And those freeze-dried Skittles are just mwah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's like a cream cheese frosting too.
Ooh, lovely.
So that makes it even better.
Yeah. All right, Figment booth, I see you. So we took a walk through World Celebration Gardens, which are the newly reopened area of Epcot, to see if they added new booths for this festival. Since last time we were in it, it looked like they had spaces for it. They don't have any booths this year, but they do have characters meeting. You have Daisy, who's meeting in there, and also Pluto. And Pluto has a very, very cute collar with a name tag that looks like he made it himself. It's very arts and crafts space. It's very, very cute. So being a festival based all around the arts, we're about to go do one of my favorite things in any of the 4 festivals. It's a very simple activity, but it's all community based, which is all what Epcot is all about. It's a community color by number. Now it's super simple. You hop in line, grab your paintbrush, they give you a color that needs to be used on today's mural, and you go and paint a certain number of squares. So over the course of the festival, we're gonna be working on all 4 of these. Currently, we're working on this one up at the top, which is a very cool 8-bit style Epcot with different Epcot iconography, like the Imagination Pavilion, Spaceship Earth, and Guardians of the Galaxy. Second one is going to be Figment in multiple different forms, like Skunk Figment, Artistic Figment. You've got Figment with his yellow sweater on. Third one's gonna be World Showcase and its notable buildings in its pavilion, so different buildings from around the world. And the final one is going to be the festivals that are throughout the year, including Festival of the Holidays, Food and Wine, Flower Garden, and the one we're currently in, Festival of the Arts. Put mine on the ground. Hopefully I don't drip anything on my shoes. And if you guys have any leftover paint, we usually like to go over the already existing numbers, maybe fill them in a little bit more, fill in some of the white spots. Yeah, that looks good. How's yours coming along?
It's good. I already finished mine, so it's kind of like helping some of the ones that were really messy.
Oh, you're working on the Starship from Guardians. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. You got the good one.
I know. Ooh, someone went a little extra out there.
Someone went crazy.
Yeah.
Too much artistic liberty, I guess.
Yeah.
And for helping be part of the mural, you do get this little bookmark that shows what the finished product is going to look like. So depending on when you guys come and do it, you could get a different one. Yeah, very cool. I think it's about time we go get some more festival snacks. What do you think? Let's do it. Up next is the Pop Eats booth. We're going to be getting the tomato soup with pimento cheese, bacon, and fried green tomato grilled cheese, and the Rock the Dots white chocolate and orange mousse with vanilla bean chiffon cake. So this is one of our favorite booths every single year. And you got one of your best of the fest from previous years, which I'm so glad it came back. That pimento grilled cheese sandwich with the fried green tomatoes. And it's perfect for like really chilly days.
Yeah.
It looks so good. Wow. Are you gonna dunk it or just take a bite?
The first one's just gonna be without the soup, and then I'm gonna dunk it after.
Okay.
It's so good. I really love the fried green tomatoes on it. For some reason, I just love them so much. And like, the bread's like perfectly like crisp, but soft at the same time.
I love that.
The soup is so creamy. I might have gotten most of the cream on it, but it's so good.
I'm just gonna go straight for the dunk. That is so good. It is perfectly crispy and soft. That tomato just adds everything to it. We've never had the normal grilled cheese.
No.
But at this point, why would you want to? You might as well get everything else into it.
I would want to.
There's a tiny bit of spice in there at the back of your throat from the pimentos.
Well, I can't tell if it's from that or if it's from the soup.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's delicious. So this one is actually brand new this year. It sadly replaced one of my personal favorite snacks, which was the almond frangipane cake, but it is really cute. Minnie has like a rock the dots kind of thing that happens every single spring, and I like how they made her kind of an artist with making the cake. I think it was very creative plating. This is supposed to be a white chocolate and orange mousse cake with vanilla chiffon, and I'm very excited to see what it ends up tasting like. Sorry, Minnie, I'm destroying your artwork. It has a very nice, kind of more crispy outer coating to it, which I didn't expect. How's that interior look? Very light, very refreshing. It kind of tastes like ice cream a little bit, like vanilla ice cream. I don't get a ton of the orange. It's mostly just vanilla and white chocolate. I wouldn't say that this would be good enough to replace the almond frangipane cake, since that at least has like a really nice standout flavor. But this is really pleasant to eat. And if it was like warmer out, I think this would be a really great item to get to kind of cool you down a little bit.
It almost looks like it's like an eggy consistency to it.
Kind of like a custard?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I could see what you could say about it being like better for a day where it's hot out. Surprised you didn't get any orange flavor. I got some orange in my bite. That's mostly what I did taste.
Maybe everything just works so well together that it's
hard to differentiate.
Hard to find that standout flavor. I personally think that grilled cheese gets a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, no, there's
every
no
time.
question.
Best of the fest.
5 for sure.
We're giving out our first best of the fest already. That was so good. I was actually very tempted to get one of my own since it was kind of your thing that you picked, and I only got the 2 bites. I think this one, it's a 4.
Yeah, it's definitely really nice.
It's a very safe dessert. It's not anything super standout. I like the artistic presentation of it.
And I like that tinge of orange too.
Yeah. From one dessert to the next, I'm going to be stopping here at Swirled Showcase to grab the Strawberry Fanta Float with Cupcake Soft Serve. So Swirled Showcase is not a new booth. It got introduced at the very end of the Food and Wine Festival, and it's kind of more or less become a permanent soft serve for the beginning of World Showcase. But this soft serve, which is cupcake flavored, is brand new, which is what I got with the Strawberry Fanta. I will say, before I even try it, very expensive. This was $6.75 for this. I don't know what it is I'm paying for that's $6.75, but I'm a sucker for weird flavors like cupcake and cereal flavored stuff. So I saw cupcake soft serve and I immediately had to get it. But I am curious to see what it does taste like with that Fanta in there, because I don't think those will mix super well, but we'll find out. Definitely very cupcakey. It has those little sprinkle bits in there. I don't know if you can even get that. It's got some little sprinkle bits. They're not super intrusive, but it adds a little bit of texture to it. It has a weird taste with them combined. I don't know if it's because like the soft serve isn't like ice cream. It's a really kind of thinner frozen treat. I don't know if I would get this again.
I think it tastes nice, but I think it kind of makes it more of like a strawberry shortcake flavor than just like birthday cake. I don't know if personally I would get this myself, but it is nice and I'm glad I tried it.
I think this is my first miss of the fest. Again, this is a place that's open year-round that has rotating flavors, and I thought it was questionable going in just because I don't think the flavors matched too well, and it kind of ended up being true. I think I might give this a 2.5 out of 5 Figments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I'll give it a 3.
Really?
Yeah, because it is nice.
Not only does it just not taste great, but it's really expensive. I don't know what I'm paying $6.75 for.
The 6 isn't, like, that's
$5 I could understand, but that extra $1.75 is steep for me.
It should be like $4, because like you're literally getting like a tiny thing of soft serve with not even a full can of Fanta.
If it puts it into perspective, the grilled cheese we just had with the soup was 25 cents cheaper than this.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's
personally, this is a big skip for me. I think there are far cheaper things in World Showcase, festival or not, that you could spend your money on unless you truly feel like you need soft serve with soda. But there are way better things to get. So, womp womp, our first miss. I'm tripling down on desserts here at our next booth, which is Deco Delights. I'm gonna be getting the Neapolitan dessert trio, which is a chocolate tart, vanilla bean cheesecake, and a strawberry mousse. I promise not everything I'm getting today is going to be sweets, but that's most of my list. I think these are gorgeous. I love how intricate all of them are. The presentation is fantastic. And I feel like they've had some of these before. At least this one, this blue one, looks very familiar to me. I don't know if it's the same flavor as originally, but I think this is a great deal for what it is. because you get 3 different desserts for a very inexpensive price. This was also part of the stamp collector thing, so even though we aren't exactly doing it today, we did go ahead and collect the stamp just in case we accidentally do finish it. And Deco Delights, the booth where I did get this, is where you get your completer treat. So once you get all 5 of those snacks on your stamps, you do go back and you can pick up, I think it's a little cookie and a little smoothie and a collector's cup. I also learned that I believe the tomato soup was also part of it, but the cast members forgot to ask for our booklet and we also just weren't paying attention. So we're going to go back and get that stamp as well. I don't know which one to start with. I might start with the vanilla because the strawberry one, I just had strawberry things over at the Swirl Showcase. Yeah, we'll do vanilla first. Well, it's very crispy. Nice little shortbread cookie on the bottom. It's vanilla, pretty basic, but I really like the shortbread cookie on the bottom. It adds a wonderful texture to it because with that, I think it'd be a little funky. It's not as good as that vanilla cake I had over at Pop Eats because that didn't have the little vanilla bean specks in it, but I think it's pretty good. Looks like a little brownie. Very rich, very decadent. I like it better than the vanilla one. I just like chocolate more as a flavor. Has like a little spongy green cake in the bottom. I like the aesthetic of this one probably the best because it's just so silly looking. Ooh, that one's really nice and light. Definitely better strawberry flavor than the shake or the float I had over at Swirl Showcase. It's probably my second favorite. I think 1, 2, 3. I think the vanilla one's probably my least.
That is nice. I do like that flavor actually. I also feel like the little like cookie cracker thing on the bottom is like has a nice like buttery flavor to it. Yeah, that's a really nice rich chocolate. That is nice. It's nice and light too. Probably first, second, third.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many Figments do you think this gets? First of all, it's extremely cheap. $5.25 for both for all 3 of these desserts.
Yeah. 4.5?
I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
They're all pretty standard flavors, chocolate, strawberry,
safe.
vanilla. I kind of wonder what it tastes like if you just ate one of each bite in succession and had them all in your mouth all at the same time. Oh. Kind of like a Neapolitan ice cream.
Oh, yeah, that could be good.
It could be pretty good. Yeah, I think a 4.5 is pretty set. They are delicious desserts. I love the presentation. It's extremely cheap, and it's part of that collectathon. There's only 6 items in that collectathon this year, and one of them I don't really care for. It's like beets with mushrooms.
It's the beet salad, which we had, and it's I think the only thing we've ever thrown away.
We don't waste food, and that was the one thing that we were like,
perfectly fine
I can't
with
finish
wasting
this. I think this is definitely worth getting if you like sweet desserts.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, straightforward, but delicious. One of my favorite things at this festival is the sidewalk chalk done by real artists. Normally, all this is already full of sidewalk chalk art, but I think we're just too early this year. Yeah, they must have just started making them because we only have 2 works of art being done right now, but they're actively being done, which is really cool to see. Like she's got her reference right there and she's drawing like a 1-for-1. That looks really good. And that's the one she's gonna be doing later on today. That's so cool. Yeah. And his is, I can't really tell what that one is. I think it's people in bed. Are they playing chess?
They're outside.
Are they outside?
Like having like a picnic. Oh, it is chess, but
okay.
Yeah, they're on like a blanket.
We'll have to come back through here again later on and see the completed work and to see all the new stuff. This is so exciting. I think they said they get 3 hours to do each one.
I know, that's impressive.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, very talented.
There's also some photo ops here you can come and pose with. Like we've got one for Wish, one for Mary Poppins. My favorite one is the Sleeping Beauty one where you get to dance with the owl, just like Briar Rose did. Weirdly, there's no photo pass over here. They kind of just want you to do it by yourself or with your family members, or maybe a stranger takes your photo, but very weird, there's no photo pass right now. I just realized the 3 that they picked are 3 different unique styles of animation that they've done over Disney history. So Sleeping Beauty, I forget what it's called, I'll put it right here, but Sleeping Beauty and the Black Cauldron are 2 of the only films shot in a certain perspective to have a very long frame of like a long plane to show more of the background.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins obviously was the real life and the animated, and the new movie Wish not only is it new and they're promoting it, it's a new kind of hybrid art style
it's like
that
3D
they're
and
trying
2D.
out. Yeah, I just now caught that. I like that. It's very clever. I know you. We've met before. La da da. Okay, I'm done. Now we're obviously not going to show you guys every single art booth that they have here at the festival, but there are so many talented artists that come and share their work with everybody, and it's so hard not to leave with something every single year. Up next is the Craftsman's Courtyard, where I'm going to be getting the grilled pork belly with salsa verde, broccoli rabe, pickled peppers, and raclette cheese on grilled sourdough. Now, of all the things that were in the menu announcement for this festival, this is the thing that stood out to me the most. It was the first thing I saw, and it was like, I have to have that, which is odd because I don't really like broccoli. I'm okay on pork belly. The idea of eating pork belly kind of weirds me out. And raclette is a very, very stinky cheese that I like the flavor of, but I think this whole thing could end up being very divisive, but I think it looks phenomenal. And you get a huge portion for a pretty decent price. That's real good. That's very savory. For someone who doesn't like broccoli, I think it adds a really nice flavor to it. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm gonna grab another bite for science. Food dance. Already. 5 Figments. Best the fest. Oh my God, super greasy.
Because is it broccoli or a broccolini?
Broccoli rabe.
Okay.
R-A-B-E, broccoli rabe. Could not tell you the difference between broccoli, broccolini,
Yeah.
broccoli rabe. I just know it is a form of broccoli.
That is really good. But it has a nice like kick to it.
Mhm.
Like
I
there's a
think
lot
it's
of
the
like
peppers.
flavor,
Mhm.
which is really nice. And like a little bit of like pork that I had like a really nice like savory meaty flavor.
I think it all just works so well together. Even the things that might be questionable, each thing complements the next thing.
Yeah.
It's so delectable that like I want to get another one. I'm not going to because I want to save room for other things, but this is easily something I would go back and get a second one of. I've already shared my rating of 5 out of 5 Figments with a best of the fest. What about you?
Maybe a 4.8.
4.8?
There.
We don't
Well,
do that.
I know, but like it's almost there. There, like because it is like a pork tenderloin, there are bits that are more like juicy and flavorful that are like with the fat mixed together.
Okay.
While there's other bits like my second bite that it was like a drier, more like stringier pork.
Okay, that's
because
fair.
like that side had like the fat really separated.
Okay. It's not very expensive, and I think this works so well, and I hope this comes back every single year because I would easily get this every year. Up next is Les Arts de la Cuisine Française in the France Pavilion. We got the salmon hot and cold duo, which is the salmon mousse, smoked salmon, dill, and flaxseed biscuit, and the puff pastry with salmon and spinach in a Chardonnay shallot sauce, and the elderflower liqueur cocktail, which is Saint Germain liqueur, sparkling wine, and mint. Now, what's special about the salmon dish is you can actually get these separate, but it's cheaper if you do both of them combined. So you spend a little bit more if you get them each individually. So you might as well get both.
But not by much.
First of all, which one are you most excited for? I think that's
This one.
That one? Okay.
Because I mean, I love like pastries, savory pastries. It's good, but I do feel like it's missing a little something, like maybe like a cream or some like herbs or something.
Okay.
It's nice and flaky, but I do wish it was like maybe a little bit more like fluffy.
Before you jump into that one, I will say it does look a bit questionable with that kind of like gelatinous dome on top.
Yeah, reminds me
Yeah,
of like
good luck with that one.
it reminds me of like the '60s when they had like the
When they put Jello in everything, it was funny
The meat Jell-O.
because in the French naming of it, I didn't even bother trying to attempt it, but it said aspics.
oh
Yeah, so it
So
truly is
it
a
is.
Jello.
yeah okay oh yeah there's the cream.
Ah, I see.
Maybe this one would be better or something.
Okay.
I almost wish it was like mixed together
I figured you were gonna say that.
because yeah, this one's almost like too wet. It has something in it that I'm blanking on what it is.
It said this one had a mousse
Dill.
dill.
It's dill.
Okay.
I was like, there's something really like strong on it, and it's the dill. So yeah, that other one could use maybe a little dill and like the cream that's in this one, and this one could use not a weird like aspic.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
It is. Maybe on a hot day it would be good. You would overlook some of the qualities of it.
I like how savory it is. That's actually pretty good. The salmon is pretty good. It's not very overpowering. It is a tiny bit dry though. I will admit that. It kind of tastes like a spanakopita a little bit, just in what the basic ingredients are. So if you like spanakopita, you'll likely like it. I'm actually gonna be daring and try the gelatin by itself and see if it's flavored like salmon. Yep, that's salmon flavored Jello. All right, Epcot. Not a huge fan of that one. It's very strong And texture-wise, it's not ideal. It's a little funky. It doesn't taste horrible, but I would get this well before I ever got this again.
It is nice and like fresh. It's definitely very like wine forward. I was hoping it would maybe be a little bit more something than just wine. But
well, he did pour, and most of it is wine.
Mostly wine,
He filled it up mostly with wine, like all the way up to like here.
Yeah.
And then just drizzled the elderflower liqueur kind of
top.
through the center, and it kind of like topped it off before you put the mint on. Can you taste the elderflower?
I don't know. Like I do mostly just taste wine. Like it's at least not a bad wine. So I don't know if maybe that like elderflower helps kind of like, because I'm not a huge wine drinker, and I usually need my wine to be more like not dry and crisp.
Sweet.
Like, yeah, more of a sweet wine. So maybe that helps with making it less like that.
Okay. I actually really like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's near as dry as you described it. I think it's the liqueur in there that helps sweeten it. I forget which wine is in it, but it's not super duper dry like a Brut.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. That it's not dry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because of, I think, the cocktail.
Yeah, I would probably say it's maybe a 3.5.
I'd give it a 4.
I think it's a bit small for what it is. It's pretty expensive for what it is, as is most of the French booth.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a must get, and I wish it was more of a cocktail rather than wine with a little bit of liqueur topped off.
That's honestly what I was expecting, was like more of a cocktail than just wine.
Okay.
So for that, I think I'd maybe bump it down to a 3.5 then.
Okay. And the salmon dishes. I would probably give the cold one probably a 2. It's very specific. You have to like everything in it. I would be comfortable never eating it again.
Yes.
I didn't hate it, but it's something that I genuinely don't think I ever need to try again.
No.
I can now say I've had salmon flavored Jell-O. I don't know if that's a bragging right. I think for the warm one, I'd give it a 3.5. I liked it. It's a little dry, but the flavor is there. It's pleasant to eat. It just needs a bit more moisture.
Yeah.
And I think if they added some kind of cream sauce to it, it would elevate it just a bit more. Next at Vibrante and Vivido in Canto Cocina, we're going to be getting the chorizo and potato empanada with turmeric aioli and annatto aioli, and the passion fruit filled mango cheesecake with coconut pineapple cake, dragon fruit gelée, and dragon fruit strawberry sauce. Now, being the Encanto booth, there is no shortage of Encanto celebration of South America here. It is so cute. There's so many cute little details everywhere. It's very bright and colorful, just like a lot of the food here. This is something that we've had in previous years. This is the chorizo and potato empanada, and I will already tell you, spoiler alert, this got Best of the Fest last year, and I'm very excited they came back. I will say, looking a little smaller this year, because last year it was probably a little bit bigger, and it was easily more shareable. But either way, I'm sure it tastes the exact same. And this was also part of the color walk, so we did get our stamp for it, which is our 3rd stamp. I think it's our final stamp we're gonna be getting, so we still have 2 left to get, but again, we're not trying to complete that today. And this cheesecake is brand new this year. This is the passion fruit mango cheesecake. It's got pineapple and coconut in it. It's got dragon fruit. It's a lot of amazing sounding flavors. Looks pretty good. Kind of looks like a cheeseburger with just all the toppings and, you know, insides all melted together. Oh, very hot. But good night, is that lovely. It's so flavorful, it's so robust, extremely savory, almost a little too greasy. I think it's just a mixture of all the greasy chorizo interior and all the sauces and stuff, but this is phenomenal. Yes, it's smaller than previous years, but it packs a huge punch.
I kind of forgot how good it actually was. And like, when it comes to the greasiness, I actually like it, because I think it is just the sauce with chorizo being juicy, especially after just eating both of those salmon dishes. It's pretty nice to have something good again. And warm.
Yeah, it's very warm. It came out very hot. Last year, did we get 2 of these? We
did.
Liked it so much we went back for another one.
Yeah, because I don't think we wanted to get the beet
salad.
Thing, so we got 2 of this.
Again, for the 1,000th time in our vlogs, I normally do not like cheesecake, but here I am again at another Disney restaurant, at another Disney festival, eating cheesecake. Usually what I don't like about cheesecake is I don't like how cheesecake tastes sour to me. I have found a few cheesecakes that I end up liking that don't have that like sour cream taste to it. Not sour cream, but like that sourness to it. So I'm hoping this doesn't have that, especially with all these standout flavors. I really love that dragon fruit little spiral at the top. That's super cute. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, the center.
Got a little curd in there, a little gelée, I think. It's a big bite, but we're going for it. Oh, wow. That is simultaneously very overpowering with flavor, but so light and so neutral at the same time. It's a pretty dang good dessert. All the flavors go really well together. I can't really pick a standout one. Maybe the dragon fruit, just because it's kind of the most like intense flavor of all of them. Everything else is pretty standard for a cheesecake or for like a normal palate. This is delightful.
Oh, it's softer than I thought it would be. That little like gel treat on top. That is really good. You're right, it does have like a lot going on, but in a good way. Like I'd rather have like a lot of flavor. I don't know what it was, but I think it might have been the little topper. It had like a little bit of like crispy like sugar to it. It was nice.
Both so incredibly well made and so
Full
bright
of
and
flavor.
delicious, full of flavor. Easily the most flavorful booth we've had
Oh,
all
yeah.
day here, which is to be expected from a booth based in South America.
Yeah.
They really put all their energy into this booth. I'm gonna give these both 5 out of 5.
Oh, for sure.
These both get best of the best for me.
Yeah, they're both colorful. They're both flavorful. Like the two keystones of any festival.
Yeah, I really hope that not only does the empanada come back for another year, but we get this same cheesecake back. Because I remember the one we had last year, I think was just okay. I don't think it
was good.
ever like wowed us.
Because I think it was
This one,
a guava one.
something like that. I would seek out this dessert in Epcot. I would come if this became a mainstay at Epcot. I would seek this dessert out.
Yeah.
It is so good. That's the fest, man. That's crazy. Here at Tangerine Cafe in the Morocco Pavilion, I'm going to be getting the chocolate cake with pomegranate mousse and pomegranate whipped cream, and the hard cider flight, which is a pear hard cider, strawberry lime hard cider, and a blueberry lavender hard cider. So if you guys have watched our channel for a while, you know I'm an absolute sucker for cider flights, and I'm very excited to try this one because all 3 are brand new this year. We've got a pear one, strawberry lime, and the one I've been looking most forward to, a blueberry lavender, because I actually love lavender as a flavor. I think I'm gonna actually start with the pear one and work my way towards the blueberry, so I know like I'm saving the best for last. Oh, that's very crisp. It's a very sharp cider. It's not super sweet, a little dry. I can't really place if I get the pear out of it. Pear is also just kind of a dry fruit, but it pairs really nice with that apple cider. This is strawberry lime. Ooh, that's like the complete opposite. That's very sweet, very lime forward. I think I like the pear one better actually, which is not normal. I usually like the more sweeter ciders, but this is still really good. And the blueberry lavender. Ooh, that's lovely. I don't know if I really taste the lavender. Well, maybe I do. It is very blueberry forward, but I think this is definitely the best one. So I think it goes blueberry, pear, and then strawberry lime. You can get all of these as a full size, but obviously the cider flight is, you get smaller portions, but to me it's a better deal because you get to sample everything. There's also other flights you can do elsewhere in the park, but we always seek out the cider ones. So I'm actually really glad that I got this.
That one is nice. I think the pear actually works really well as like a cider. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about it because I don't usually like pear that much, but this one actually tastes really nice. It kind of reminds me of like a wine a little bit. I actually really enjoy that. I think that's better than the pear one. I also just really like that strawberry and lime flavor. That is really good, but I actually think I might like the strawberry lime one the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know it's like really summery, and I don't know if that's why I really like it. But yeah, I don't taste much of the lavender in that blueberry.
Yeah, I got a tinge of it maybe towards the end, but it wasn't super prominent.
And like I can't tell after having the strawberry lime. Like the strawberry lime is just so strong on the like those flavors that it's kind of like where is it, you know?
Okay. I kind of fought back and forth on whether I should get this or not. It's not something that really stands out to me, and other desserts I've had from this booth haven't been the greatest, but I figured it sounded interesting enough to try, especially because I don't know if I've ever had pomegranate and chocolate together. Ooh, that mousse is very soft. I don't know if it's really a cake. That bottom part is very hard to get through. Yeah, it's more of like a fudge than like an actual cake. Interesting. It's also a very big bite. It's very cold. Yeah, I don't know why this is considered a cake. It's quite literally like a pomegranate mousse with like a fudge at the bottom. It tastes good, but nothing really stands out to me with it. Especially compared to other sweet, fruity desserts we've had today, like the Rock the Dots cake and the one we just had over in the Encanto booth. I think this is okay, but I don't think this is a must get in any capacity.
come with this little nub, whatever that is. Oh, I think it's a pomegranate little
Yeah, it's
thing.
an actual pomegranate arrow. I will say, I do like the flower. I didn't mention
Yeah.
that. I do think the flower's really pretty.
The flower's pretty.
It almost looks like a flower garden dish rather than Festival of the Arts.
Yeah, it does. It's really good. It's really light on the flavor. So if you're not someone who's into like super like sweet and decadent things, this might be like your treat. You really get that nice like after flavor of that chocolate and pomegranate together, but when you're eating it, it's a little bit light. I'm someone who would get like the blueberry and acai covered chocolate from like the grocery store. I
those,
really
yeah.
love those, so it kind of reminds me of something like that.
I think I give the cake a 3 out of 5 Figments, but I give the cider, I think a 5 out of 5 Figments. I genuinely really enjoy that cider flight. Even though I'm not keen on all 3 of them, I would never say no to all 3 of them. So yeah, that's a 5 out of 5. Maybe not best of the fest, but I definitely give that a 5 out of 5.
I'll give the cake, I think it's a 4 to me.
Okay.
I just, for some reason, I really like berries and chocolate. I'm not usually someone who mixes things, but for some reason, berries and chocolate go really well for me. The cider flight, I think I'm going to give it a 5 as well. Yeah, I like every single one, even the pear one, which is not like super my flavor palette, I really still enjoy.
Dylan Bonner is definitely one of our favorite artists in all of the Disney catalog, just because his work is so well done. And we actually get to meet him today because he's going to be here to sign prints. Can we talk about how weird it is that Anastasia is featured now at Disney-related things? For years, when I worked for Disney, one of the things I had to do was constantly tell millennials that Anastasia is not a Disney movie. And then Disney buys Fox, and suddenly she's a Disney character. By adoption, I guess.
Yeah.
Very strange, but I accept it. She's not an official Disney princess. Unfortunately. I don't think they're gonna make that realistic person
They don't usually like, well, yeah.
Pocahontas, yeah. I don't think they're gonna make that mistake again.
Yeah.
But I am glad that she's featured here. And there's another print of her as well that we didn't know was gonna be here.
Yeah.
Of her as like younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is what you really came for today. That is a truly, truly gorgeous print of Padme from the Star Wars prequels. In fact, you're actually wearing the Spirit jersey that is 1-to-1 with the colors. I love that you planned that for today. Let me see the back of it. And you've actually got stopped and asked about this one today because someone saw you wearing it. Naboo, which is her home planet, and then you've got her castle or her palace on the bottom. I love that. Well, that was really nice meeting him.
Yeah, it was.
We've met him before. We met him last year and had him sign another one of our prints. It was your Jasmine one from last year. Yeah, it was nice meeting him and having him sign the work and just chatting with him for a little bit. Definitely asked for inspiration for future stuff.
About the Star Wars.
Definitely more with the Star Wars. He said he's getting more into Star Wars and he was like, what should I do? And you were just like, we should do this outfit. You should do this outfit and this outfit. And I was like, you came prepared. You knew exactly what to say. And I knew the outfits you were going to say too.
Padme is my favorite.
Padme is your favorite. Yeah, you said everything from the Attack of the Clones battle outfit that she's in all the way to her funeral dress.
Yeah.
You covered all the bases.
Basically.
But yeah, very nice to meet him. I'm glad you got your prints. I don't know which one I like more though. I really do like them both. I think they're both very, very fun.
Yeah.
It's very strange seeing both of these characters here.
I know. Yeah, he took like 2 characters that aren't like immensely blown up everywhere.
Yeah,
compared
that's
to, like,
something
all
he's
the
really good at, is taking versions of already popular characters or taking characters we just don't really see very much. Like I also said that it'd be fun to see Kida, and I said a Black Cauldron print would also be very cool. But yeah, fun meeting him. Make sure when you guys are buying your art, see if your artist is here, check their Instagrams, and come meet some artists, get some free signatures.
Yeah.
I actually may have found a print that I need to buy. So with Country Bears being changed, this picture will likely become obsolete, I guess.
Yeah.
Do I buy it? I don't know. I'm very tempted to. I thought I was gonna get away without buying any art today, but this might be coming home with me. What do I do? Awesome, thank you so much. Well, I caved. I bought some art. Wasn't planning on it, but that's how these festivals get you. Our final World Showcase booth is going to be Goshiki and the Japan Pavilion. We're gonna be getting the Murasaki Blueberry drink, which is sweet blueberry and cream.
It tastes really good, and it's really strong in that blueberry. It is, I don't know, maybe some people might not like it for the texture. Since it has that cream in it, it kind of has like a thick consistency. It's not mixed together, so it's kind of like separated. So there's some parts that are more like runnier, and then there's parts where it's more like that thick cream. But it tastes really good.
from the get-go, I wasn't super impressed with how the presentation of this drink was. It not only just looks really funky because it looks like it's kind of curdled on top, but I thought it was maybe gonna have like some whipped cream on top with some nice cute little blueberries, but no, they literally just poured it in a cup, said here you go. So for $6.50, this doesn't look like you get a lot. Oh wow, that's very strong, very blueberry-y. I will agree on the texture thing. It is a very strange texture. You know, have you guys ever drank aloe before? Kind of tastes like aloe, where it has like kind of like chunks in it. I'm not keen on this. I like the flavor, but I could really do without the texture. What do you rank this out of 5 Figments?
I personally will think it's 4.5.
Oh.
I do think the presentation for, you know, a festival that's all about presentation is very much lacking.
True, you'd think it would be a little bit more zhuzhed up and beautiful.
Usually with this festival, sometimes they sacrifice the flavor for artistry.
Yeah.
This is not one of those ones.
No, it's not. I think I'll probably give it a 3.5. I think it tastes good, but that texture is so off-putting to me, and the presentation is just kind of slop in a cup. So personally, I would say I would skip this, or if they could find a way to make it a little bit more presentable, desirable. But other than that, yeah, I don't really care for it.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually all that we wanted to get here in World Showcase today. But I think we're gonna head back up to the front of the park and go to Refreshment Port for one final thing, and that's the poutine. This is the gnocchi poutine with red wine braised beef, cheese curd, basil, and burrata.
So I wasn't initially going to buy this, but since I didn't have like too much like meat and like savory foods today, I was like, I want a little bit more to eat. So I went ahead and got this. I will say it did take a while to get it because the line was so long. And it is like, I'm not used to gnocchi being like hard. So I'm very intrigued in what that's gonna turn out to be like. Definitely need to eat it all together. That helps add the flavor. I will say the gnocchi is still a little chewy, but like the braised beef is like really salty. The burrata has like a nice flavor to it as well.
I am actually glad that you did end up picking this because it does look really good, because I had my reservations about it as well. This is not a new dish. This was here at least for sure last year, and I did hear that the gnocchi was really dry, but you said as long as you eat everything together, it kind of softens it up a little bit. So I kind of got everything. These just don't want to be punctured at all. Okay, not bad. As fast as they're churning food out though, it didn't come out very hot. Like it came out pretty room temp, so it's not very warm. Or maybe that's the cheese that really cooled it down. I don't think this tastes terrible or really bad. It's just not my favorite poutine. My favorite one is during Food and Wine with the Boursin garlic and herb cheese. That is delectable. This one I think is just okay. I don't feel the need to get this one again, but I'm not upset that we tried it.
It's kind of hard. I'm wavering between 3.5 and a 4.
I'm landing on a 3.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say if the gnocchi was soft, I think I would have it at a 4.
It's almost too fried.
Yeah, for sure.
They're very, very, very fried. Like
It's
more than
almost
like a normal fry.
vaporized.
Yeah, it's like if they kept in the oil a little too long, and it kind of detracts from the entire dish. Again, it doesn't taste bad, but it's not my favorite offering from here. Figured we go over here to the sidewalk chalk one final time and check on the progress throughout the day. Oh wow, these look so good. There's the cat she said she was going to be doing. Very cute. There's the one that she finished, the guy with the, I think it's a lute, I think it's what that is. Here is the first one that guy was working on, which I still can't really tell what it's supposed to be. It's definitely two guys playing like a board game or chess, but it looks like they're like in bed or they're in like under sheets or something. I can't tell, but it is very well done. And then his secondary one is this Nat Geo one with a rather odd looking seal. I don't know why he's like that, but it looks cute. I like it. I wish that we could still see the rest of them, you know, the whole sidewalk being filled. But maybe we'll have to make one more stop by here before the festival ends and check on all the progress. Stopping by the expression section, color by number. They have done so much more since we were last over here. Lots more filled in on the Guardians of the Galaxy building. You can see more of the Star Blaster that Matt was working on. Oh yeah, you can make out the monorail in there too. Yeah, great job everybody. This looks really good. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us today to Epcot for the 2024 International Festival of the Arts, my personal favorite festival. I had an absolute blast today.
Yeah.
Walking around Epcot, eating delicious things. We got to buy some gorgeous artwork.
We did.
Got to take part in doing some artwork ourselves today. What do you think were your best of the fest for the food?
For my savory item, I think I'm gonna pick the tomato soup and the pimento grilled cheese.
From the Pop Eats booth?
My drink is going to be the cider flight in Morocco.
Okay.
And then my dessert is going to be either the Figment cake or the chocolate and pomegranate cake.
The chocolate pomegranate cake, really?
For some reason,
What?
it's sticking out to me.
Not in the best way, though. Not best the best.
I like it.
All right, well, you can have that opinion to yourself. My best of the fests are going to be the Figment cake,
Yeah.
for sure. I love those freeze-dried Skittles over at the Figment Inspiration Station. The grilled cheese and tomato soup at the Pop Eats booth. The empanada
Oh.
and the
Yeah.
mango cheesecake over at Vibrante and Vivito, which is the Encanto booth. But I think my top favorite was that grilled pork belly over at the Craftsman's Courtyard. I would give anything to have that come back for future years. I thought that was so good. I loved
More
it.
than the empanada and the grilled cheese?
More than the empanada and the grilled cheese. I know.
That's
I
a
know.
weirder take than my cake.
Festival of the Arts runs just until February 19th, which is a super duper short window.
Too short.
And then about a week later, we roll right into Flower and Garden, which I feel like we just had Festival of the Holidays. Festival of the Arts is a blink and you miss it, and then we roll right into the next festival of the year.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys like our videos, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, give us a super like if you really love what we do, and let us know in the comments what was your favorite item we had today, or what's something that you guys are looking forward to that we didn't have today. And as always, thanks for making memories with us. I've been Adrian.
And I've been Matt.
I will see you guys next time. Bye!